Video number 2. It wouldn't surprise me if this takes about 10 6-minute videos. So you're only talking 60 minutes. Stay calm. You probably waste that just laying there on your bed thinking, what am I going to do? I don't know what I want to do. But the next law is, what do you do when you have a negative power? So negative, if the base is in the numerator, you move it to the denominator and the negative goes away. It's like a reminder. Move me. Move me. Then if it's in the denominator, the negative tells you eventually you got to move it to the top. Or another way to say it is you have to take the reciprocal. Now since it's here, I'm going to go ahead and do it. A zero power means that the whole terms turns into 1 unless your base is 0. You can't use the zero power on 0, but except that, every other item would turn to 1. So I have 4 problems here. The first one, a product to a power, you raise both terms at power, so it'd be x to the 12, y to the negative 32. But I can't have a negative in my power unless it's scientific notation. So, sorry about that. I had to move something. Yes. So, I'm going to move this on down. So, it'd be x to the 12th, y to the 32nd on the bottom. This. I have a base to a power to another power. I multiply the powers. So, it'd be x to the 24. Power's positive, so I do not need to move it. Now, there's different ways to do these problems. To me, I was sort of always taught to just move it to get rid of the negative and then worry about it. So this one comes on down. This one does not move. It doesn't have a negative power. So you'd have x to the 3rd, x to the 4th on the bottom. This would move on up, so it'd be y to the 10th, y to the 8th on the top. Oh dear, now I got the coughs. Y to the 18th over x to the 7th. Now this one, x to the 0 is 1, poof, it's gone. So I'm going to do this a little bit different. Actually, you do this and then I'll do it. Okay, so x is 7ths on the bottom. I'm dividing two things same base, so 8 of these cancel with 8 of these. You'd have 2 left over. This would move to the top. This would move to the denominator. 3 of these would cancel, so it'd be x to the 7th. Is that what you got, my peeps? Good. Let's move on to polynomials. Polynomials. That didn't come out very well. So, whenever you have a term in front of the parentheses, it means distribute it. So that'd be 12x squared minus 18x. So if I have this, I'm distributing it to each term. So it'd be 7x cubed. X times x squared. When you multiply two things same base, you add the powers. Minus 42x squared plus 35x. So do this one for me, please, and then turn me back on. Okay, so it'd be 6x to the 9th. 2 times 4 is 8. X to the 8th. Minus 12x to the 7th. Ooh. Then the next line is foiling. I'm not going to spend much time with that. I have a feeling you know how to FOIL. So, it'd be the first term, x and x is x squared. Then inner 3x, outer 5x is 8x. And 3 times 5 is 15. So go ahead and do these two for me, please, and then turn me back on. So 3x and 2x is 6x squared minus 8x plus 15x plus 7x minus 4 times 5 is minus 20. Hey, I see a square on a summer difference. I have to do it differently than laws of exponents. So the law tells me I have 2 of these, so I can write it twice to make it nice. Most people get this one wrong. I'm warning ya. Don't get it wrong on a test. I may explode right in front of you. So, and then you FOIL x squared plus 12x plus 36. I hope these videos are going to help you. I just don't feel comfortable making them. I'm too old to make videos. I should be making sound waves or something, but here we go. So square roots. Now square root 100. That means what do you have? Two of the same thing of that multiplies together to get you 100. Well, if you need to break it down, that's okay with me. I have no trouble with that. 100, let's see, we could say 5 and 20. 20 is 5 and 4. So we could say 4 is 2 and 2. Well, we have 2 5s, so we need a 5. We have 2 2s, we need a 2. Because you have 2 5s, you have 2 2s. 5 times 2 is 10. Or 10 squared is 100 if you memorized. Like I told you to do. Cube root. I need 3 of the same thing. So cube root of 8 is 2. Because there are 3. Oh, here it comes. 3. Boy, those are nice fingers. 3 2s and 8. 50. Need to break it down. It's the square root of 25, square root of 2. So you break it up so that one of the terms is a perfect square. I cannot do anything with the 2. It is not a perfect square, so it stays in the square root. 5 square root of 2. Then 18 is 9 and 2. So square root of 9 is 3. So square root of 3, square root of 6, square root of 18, you multiply it together. Whenever you have the square root of A times the square root of B, if it's the same index, you just multiply the stuff underneath. Then you break it up again with the perfect square, which would be 9. The 2's left over, so it's 3 square root of 2. Now it's easier for me to download this on YouTube if it's lower than 10 minutes. So I'm going to stop it there and finish up square roots in the next video. Have a good day.